Hi, I'm Streaky from Streaky.com. Today I'm reviewing the Sennheiser 660Ss and I'm giving them away at the end of the video. Hi, I'm Streaky. I'm a mastering engineer from London. I've been mastering for about 25 years for people from super high end to low end to everybody in between. So I come on YouTube every week to talk about pro audio equipment, speakers, hi-fi, room correction, how to get your room sounding better, which plugins I'm using, giving you tutorials and things like that. So if you like that kind of thing, then please subscribe and like this video. Today I'm reviewing the Sennheiser HD 660Ss. Now, the reason I got these in, loads of people have asked me about them. They're a pretty standard headphone in pro audio, and I think a lot of people that are into hi-fi use them. They're not at the super high end of headphones. They're priced around £400, which is about 500, 600 US. They're up there, they're a good headphone, but they're not sort of in the bargain bucket, you know, 100, 200 pounds. These are up there, pushing their weight a bit. And I've had these in the past. Here's a old pair that I've had. These are the HD 600s. I bought these about 20 years ago, and I used to love these at the time. The technology has come on a lot in headphones in the last 20 years, and there are a lot more people in the market for obvious reasons because of phones, and everyone's got headphones on, haven't they, all the time. So this is their new model of this. Now, looking at it, they look exactly the same. They are the same mouldings, they are the same weight. Everything's pretty much the same on them. I can't see a lot of difference. All the markings, everything's the same. So I guess they're using the same tooling as they've always used on this model. So nothing's changed there. The old ones look a little bit more premium, to be honest, because they've got this kind of marbly, shiny finish, and these are a bit more plasticky. But, you know, these are 20 years ago in the 90s where everything was a little bit different. And so these are more modern finish. For the money, I don't think they look premium enough. For £400 or £500, these look like a £200 set of headphones. They are, like I say, you can see they're quite a plasticky look. So they don't look massively expensive. So for example, my assistant's ones are these Audio Technicas, which are £90, and the look and feel isn't far off. I mean, these are a little bit more DJ because they're falling around, so these are a bit more hi-fi, but the quality of the tooling and everything looks quite similar. But having said that, they're still a strong headphone. Now, if I put them on my head, they're very tight fitting, which is good because you want these cups to be sucked into your head a little bit so you don't get a load of escaping sound and noise. But I think if I'm lucky I've got quite a thin, long head. But if you had a bit of a larger head, these would hurt your head after a while. They're so tight. I'm sure they're going to loosen up. I mean, let me just try these on. They're the same kind of thing. I mean, yeah, they fit like a glove, those. I mean, that's just a joy in comparison to that. So they are going to loosen up. They are going to feel nice and cozy. They're still pretty tight as well, though. There's still a lot of space going on. So yeah, these are tight. They're going to loosen up a bit over time. But to start with, if you've got a big fat head, then you're in trouble. But like the old ones, they're very light. The thing I loved the Sennheiser 850s that I had in. They were brilliant. They were super light. They were really nice, high-end sounding. And they're up there in my top 3 headphones without a shadow of a doubt. So they're really worth looking at. If you can push the budget to kind of double this, then definitely look at the 850s or the 800s. The thing that annoyed me about these ones was the connectors were terrible. So they've changed the connectors on these, so you can pull these out and change them. It comes with quite a lengthy cable, which and they also give you a nice little connector, so you can connect in with a mini jack or a normal jack. So they're sort of gold connectors, if you can see that. So the connectors are actually made better than the previous ones. They are a lot sturdier, and you can pull them out. With these old 20-odd-year-old ones, you couldn't pull them out, and then they just get loose and unusable. So they've sorted that out. They're obviously aiming at more of a hi-fi market, because although this is a jack, they've got this hi-fi connector in there too. And they haven't supplied, you know, the stretchy studio type lead where, you know, you can move around. It's like a telephone cable, which a lot of manufacturers do when they're aiming at pro audio. So I'm guessing this is more of they're going for a more hi-fi market. That's the connectors. Now, how do they sound when they're on? They've got a really, really good stereo image. and you can hear a lot of detail of what's happening. I can hear the frequency range all the way through. There's nothing that's sticking out to my ear that's too harsh or they're not too bassy, they're not too bright. They're very flat across the frequency spectrum to my ear. They might be a little bit edgy in the mids, but not edgy enough so that it's painful. They are flat enough to be able to hear what's going on. Now, when I'm comparing them to a higher end model that's, twice the price, the stereo image on these is kind of there, whereas the stereo image is kind of there on a more high end headphone. And so then that means you've got a lot more kind of things, space and stuff to be able to hear what's going on. And so these, because it feels a little bit more closed up, the stereo image, there's not as much space in the mix to be able to hear, to open stuff up. So that's kind of how I felt with them. So yeah, nothing too really bad to complain about in the sound. I think when you got used to them, you'd really like them, especially if you haven't heard super expensive headphones, then you're not really going to be aware of that spatial difference and the kind of really deep lows you can get in some nicer headphones. But you can certainly hear bass in them, you can hear the high top, so I wouldn't have a problem using them at all. They're not cheap sounding, they're good sounding, they're very kind of straightforward headphone. So that's it really. I don't know what else I can say about the HD 660s. They're definitely worth a look if you're in that price band or around $500, £400. You might be able to pick them up a bit cheaper than that on some sales. But apart from that, yeah, they definitely go in that territory of the Beyerdynamics 1990s. They're in that kind of world, I think. So if you'd like your chance to have these, I'm going to give them away. What you need to do, you need to go to my website, streaky.com, sign up to my newsletter, and then come back and say on the comments that you're a newsletter subscriber, or if you already are a newsletter subscriber, just put that in the comments. Then I will pick somebody from the comments randomly, and then I'll be in contact with you because I'll get your email from the newsletter to then send them out to you. And also on the newsletter next month, I'll let everybody know who got them. Hopefully they'll send me an image of them wearing them. But so if you want to win these, then go to streaky.com, sign up for the newsletter, come back, put your name in the comments that you're a newsletter subscriber, and then you'll get a chance to win these. And also, while you're putting the comment in, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.